Hey, this is Frankie Doll coming to you live from Frankie Doll's Toy Box. So excited to bring you this band tonight. Actually, not even a band, it's a man. A wonderful man, talented, incredible man, 4-octave voice. Oh my gosh. His name is Chris Paul Overall. Enjoy.
Touch me with a melody, something so inspiring. Stimulate the voice inside of me with the word. Sing a song that angels sing. Life is like routine, monkeys for machines, and the ones they toss aside, and a sparkle in their eyes. In the afterlife, I'll be singing with the angels. In the afterlife, I'll be singing, I'll be screaming. I've got something more to say. Something more to you. Even till you're listening to the word of us dancing on display. Life is like routine, monkeys out for machines, and the ones they toss aside. Now it's right. This song called New York City. Don't like the same things that you do. Don't wanna change my point of view. I wanna get out. I wanna get out of here. If I ever leave this town, I'm going to New York City. If I ever leave this town, I'm going to New York City. If I ever leave, I'm going to New York City. Leaving it all. I won't get down on my knees. No compromise, no need to hear. You don't hear a word I say. This time is empty, there's no more reason to stay. I wanna get out. I wanna get out. I wanna get out of here. If I ever leave this town, I'm going to New York City. If I ever leave this town, I'm going to New York City. If I ever leave, I'm going to New York City. Ever leave this town, I'm going to New York City. And if I ever get out of this town, ever leave this town, I'm going to New York City. And if I ever get out of this town, ever leave this town, ever get out of this town, ever leave this town, ever get out of this town, ever leave this town, I'm going to New York City. And if I ever get out of this town, I'm going to New York City. If I ever leave, I'm going to New York City. Yeah. Leaving it all behind. I'm going
gosh, that was absolutely amazing. You guys think that was great? Would you do me a favor? I know that, you do acoustic songs and stuff like that. Would you do one acoustically for me? Awesome, awesome. I think that we need to get a bench in here and then, or a chair or something, and give us about 2 seconds, and he's going to do one acoustically for us, just so you could hear actually the voice. Not that you couldn't have heard it with the last 2 songs, but, I mean, this is just, it's important. Thank you. All right, Chris, why don't you do me a favor and do one up close and personal for us?
I've been thinking it's probably a reason, probably a purpose for this. Something needed to all I've ever wanted and all that I've needed to be. But in the meantime, I've missed my life, and not recognizing all of the times that I would be happier if learn to get by, living just a moment at a time. I've been searching all this time, been looking up ahead for a sign. On a mission, not alone. I am not alone. But in the meantime, I miss my life, and not recognizing all of the times that I would be happier if learn to get by, living just a moment at a time. I can't control what I don't understand. Give me the courage to be a better man, 'cause I know I would be much happier if I could get by. If I learned to get by, living just a moment. Oh, living just a moment. Oh, living just a moment at a time. Living just a moment at a time. Living just a moment. Living just a moment. Living just a moment at a time. Are we living? Are we living? Just a moment, living just a moment, living just a moment at a time.
So as you can see, absolutely. I mean, I really don't think that I need to make much of an introduction. I mean, if people don't know you yet, they will. This is Chris Paul Overall, and you've come back to Frankie Doll's Toy Box on FlashRock.com. So, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
That's not a problem. It's been some. How long ago did we try to set this up?
Probably about 4 months ago, right?
About 4 months ago, yeah.
Long
And
time.
I've been holding my breath the whole time, been blue. So, So you have a new CD coming out, Bruiser?
Yeah, no,
It already
Sways,
came out.
the Sways. Yeah, it just came out last week.
See, I've already screwed it up.
Yeah.
Let me just try that again. So you have a new CD coming out. The old one is the Bruiser.
Yes, the old one is the Bruiser from last year, and then me and Mark, the drummer, put together this new EP. It's a 5-song acoustic EP, and we pretty much did it all live in his bedroom.
Live in his bedroom.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. The whole thing, just beginning to end, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, a song at a time, but
Oh, yeah.
we did each song a moment at a time.
That's very, very good. You have an incredible voice.
Thank
I just want to tell you, I this is probably really selfish of me, and I've never done this, but do you have any tips? Because after hearing you, I just want to quit. Like, seriously, okay, I suck, I'm out of here. Like, how do you keep your voice so... I mean, I'm sure you don't drink or smoke or anything like that, right?
Just drink a lot of whiskey and smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Oh, great. I knew I was screwing up somewhere. So how long have you been singing?
I've been singing, it's been over 12, 15 years, something like that. I started singing when I was... Well, the thing is, I started singing when I was a little kid, but I was kind of afraid or shy,
Right.
Because my dad and my sisters are all really good singers, and they're songwriters and stuff.
I've heard your sister sing. She's amazing.
Yeah, and my sister, since the time she was 3, was screaming around the house, I'm like, so I didn't want to be like her, so I just
Can you do those eyes again?
Yeah. So I just kind of kept it to myself the whole time, but then when I was about 17, that's when I started playing out live and being... a musician.
Was it hard for you to step up front and start to be the front man?
It was. I actually, whenever I first started, I was started in church, and then, I was doing that for a little while, and then I was just kind of like, I didn't feel real confident, so I had a girl like singing my songs for the first part of my career, and then they just weren't pulling it off like I wanted them to. So
not the way you heard them inside.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna.
So
sing.
you've been writing a lot longer than you've been singing then.
Yes.
Now I found you in Wonderlove originally,
Yes.
and which was a great band.
Yeah.
And I found you through Linda, and Linda was a friend of mine. And
Yeah.
I mean, you were amazing back then, and it just seems that you've evolved so much since that time.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that was a band of 4 guys with really strong characters, and we all were working on the songs together, so it was a different thing. Now it's really more about the songs, and it's I'm just writing the songs. So,
and the songs all seem to be like so much from the heart. What place do you write these songs from?
I just try to be vulnerable,
And it totally comes across too. Like, I couldn't have put it any better. You are so it is so hot when a dude can be that vulnerable. You're like, you never hear guys say this kind of stuff, and you listen to your music, you're like, oh my God, I want to go to New York City too. Like seriously, the last song you did is an amazing. What is that song called?
It's called Moment at a Time. I actually wrote that with my dad.
Did you?
And he was living out here in California for a while. And he just actually moved back to Texas, so where we're all from.
Do you miss Texas?
I miss Texas, yes. I miss the people,
Do you?
I don't miss the summers. The summers
No.
are not good.
Not good, huh?
But
So-
I love Texas.
What do we have to look forward to? I mean, you could have gone, you could have done a band, but instead you came out and you did one of the most ballsiest thing, which is become a solo artist. So what do we have to look forward to? New albums, and where can we get them?
Well, since we just released that acoustic EP last week, so that's basically what we're kind of pushing right now. So
and if I were to go to find the acoustic CD,
you
where would I
can get it on iTunes. I think
On
that's
iTunes?
that's the easiest way for people to get it. So
Okay. And if you go online, if you go to myspace.com/Chris Paul Overall, you can find him there, find a bunch of his music. And I did want to ask you something about the Invisible Children. I mean, it was important enough for you to put up on your site. Tell us a little bit about that so that at least we can help support the cause that you're so interested in.
Invisible Children is there's kids in Uganda who I can't remember the organization. Basically, there's the African, like the South African organization. I can't remember the name right now.
That's okay. I've got you on the spot.
Basically, they kidnap these kids. They kidnap these kids, and they take them and they brainwash them, and they're like 5-year-old kids, and they steal them and train them to be guerrilla soldiers, you know. And so the Invisible Children is a an organization that helps youth in that area to like escape that whole
That's great.
that whole thing. So
There's not a lot of people that are really putting themselves out. We've got movies out about it right now, informing
Yeah.
people of what's going on. But
Yeah.
I think it was great that you had that up there because
yeah,
it's a good deal.
it's one of those things that really, it's like I've got a good life, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, why not help people out that don't have such a good life, you know?
I like that.
If you can. I mean, I don't know that I make much of an impact, but
Well, you made an impact on me.
All right, then.
So there you go, one person,
Yeah.
and then an impact on maybe whoever's
Yeah.
watching this, and then I want to ask you one more thing because I'm just in love with the tattoo. Could you tell them the significance of the tattoo on your hand?
This is my daughter's foot. When she was born, it was actually I was in the delivery room, and it was a little crazy, you know,
Uh-huh.
especially as a man. But there's a lot of emotions going on, and I was in shock the whole time. So I was really like just kind of like this the whole time that everything was happening. And when she came out, I was like, I didn't want to touch her because she
Right.
was so pure and innocent and beautiful, you know. And they put her up on the table where they clean her off and stuff, and then they did the birth certificate.
Right.
And the nurse was like, you know, let me see your hand. And I was like, why? You know. And she's like, give me your hands. So she stamped her feet on my hands, and at that moment, it just really melted me, you know. It was just like, oh my
So you
God.
went and got it tattooed. That is
So
just
I was
the
like
coolest.
that, you know, because I was gonna get some kind of a like family crest thing or something like that, but I was like, that's what everybody does, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool.
original.
Yeah.
That I haven't seen yet until you. And I
Yeah.
just thought, you know, how amazing is that? I wish I would have thought of that because then I could be just that much cooler, you know, but I didn't. So I'll have
Do you
to
have
think
kids?
of. I do. I have kids. I have 3. I do. And I love them all, and they're absolutely wonderful. And I absolutely love it when people are proud of their
Yeah.
children. So, because a lot of people just kind of pretend they're not there, or maybe they don't even suit up and show up for the kids. But I think it's a cool deal. And without our kids, our hearts wouldn't
kid.
be complete as they are. So.
That's right. No, she changed my life.
Yeah, I
She
believe
did.
that. I believe that. So, if you were to say something to the viewers out there, what would you like to say to them?
Hello, viewers. I don't know. I mean, just we love you. I don't know.
Yeah, we do. We love you. And do you really have a 4-octave voice?
I believe
the
that's
rumor.
what somebody told me.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
amazing. I'll tell you this. Anytime you need anything from us, we would love to do whatever. You come on our show again
love
if you
that.
want to do live, whatever. It's all about Chris Paul overall. If you haven't found or heard him yet, you have to go and listen. You obviously have watched the show. This man is amazing. His lyrics are amazing. His music is amazing. His voice is amazing. And it's just something you just don't see every day. I'm pretty impressed, and I think I'm going to quit being a musician and go build race cars, because at this point I feel like I do better at that than doing live music anymore. Thanks for letting me feel so bad about myself, and thanks for coming on my show.
Yeah, thank you for having
You're
me.
awesome. Thank you.
Alrighty.
And with that, we'll sign off right now. Chris Paul overall. Frankie Doll's Toy
See you
Box. FlashRock.com. Very good.
Cool.
Thank you. Ah.
That's what your foot's about?
Even I knew that.
you want to hang head.
Oh, God, you know what? I didn't mention, you guys were wonderful too. I'm so sorry. Like, you guys are amazing. And I totally wanted to mention that too, but I get so caught up and my head's starting to
Do the blackout and have it come back up.
Yeah. I'd like to mention that Chris Paul Overall's band is absolutely amazing.
Mark Roman rolls on the ground. It's plural.
Sensation just took me to another realm. It wasn't here. It wasn't on this earth. I went somewhere else. And it was just total peace and joy and love and complete.
Society, how to strike in their eyes. voice inside of me with the word, sing a song that angels sing. Life is like routine, monkeys yodel for machines, and the ones they toss aside had a sparkle in their eyes. In the afterlife, I'll be singing with creators. In the afterlife, I'll be singing, I'll be screaming. I've got something more to.
Hey, this is Frankie Doll coming to you live from Frankie Doll's Toy Box. So excited to bring you this band tonight. Actually, not even a band, it's a man. A wonderful man, talented, incredible man, 4-octave voice. Oh my gosh. His name is Chris Paul Overall. Enjoy.
Touch me with a melody, something so inspiring. Take me, I've got something more to you.